Hypermodeling is as much about mindset as method, and I would suggest that as you come with me on this journey through the video series, or as you practice your craft as a system modeler or engineer in daily life, to take some time and invest in yourself and read some books that I think would benefit you greatly. So this set is about thinking about problems, and Fred Brooks's Design of Design is one of my favorite texts. I would encourage anyone to read it. It's very accessible, a lot of short chapters, and I would make every undergraduate engineer in America read it if I could. It just has a lot of great thinking about problems. I would also encourage you to read Against the Tide about Admiral Hyman Rickover and the creation of the nuclear navy. By all accounts, he wasn't the nicest individual in the world, but very driven, brilliant, and dedicated, and transformed the Navy in the way that system modeling is transforming the practice of systems engineering. And I draw a lot of inspiration from Admiral Rickover and his quotes. So well worth your time to invest in learning about that extraordinary individual. Two books I highly recommend about systems engineering are Kosaikoff and Sweet, my personal favorite single-volume text when I teach systems engineering, and I also highly recommend Charles Wasson's book on systems engineering. I think it's a little, perhaps less accessible, but very broad-based and has a lot of awesome content as well. So both these books would serve you well to learn about systems engineering in general. These are my two favorite books about architecture. Hilary Solito has a great book on architecting systems in general. Not a lot of model-based content in there, but it is a very solid architecting book. And Tim Wilkins' book on model-based systems architecture is also excellent. He takes a little different approach than I do when it comes to functional decomposition and such, but a lot of the work that we'll be doing here with hypermodeling is largely aligned with what he proposes as well, so well worth your time. The two seminal works in SysML, Friedenthal, Moore, and Steiner, is the Bible, though it is a bit on the dense side at times. Great starting point is Lenny Delegati's SysML Distilled, which will help you pass the OMG certification exams for at least the first two levels. So both of these books should be on any serious modeler's shelf. And for extra credit, reach outside your comfort zone and read some case studies on successful systems. The 747 book on the left was a great read. I really enjoyed it. And Kelly, More Than My Share of It All, is a biography of Kelly Johnson, the man behind the Skunk Works. Again, a really awesome read with a lot of great thinking in it. So again, you want to round yourself out and expose yourself to case studies for both successful and unsuccessful programs. There's a lot to be learned by studying the past, and I encourage you to invest some time in learning by reading some case studies.